Hi gang, welcome back to Pink Tomato Kitchen, and today we have a visitor, my friend and author, Anna Hazenji, right? Did I say it right? Can you say it for everybody?
Yeah, Hazenji.
Anna Hazenji,
yes.
And she has written this amazing new book, Living Your Best Life in College. She just came from the LA Times Author Festival over at USC. She flew all the way here from Tennessee. Yep. She's spending a day with us at Pink Tomato Kitchen. And we are gonna collaborate and cook together today, which is gonna be super fun. She's gonna talk to us a little bit about this book and her whole project behind writing this book, driven from your personal experience with your own kiddos. So Calling All Moms, this is an amazing tool for any of you who may have kids going off to college, of how to eat for your body and function, and give you a guided, fun way of learning how to become independent in the kitchen. So stay tuned.
Thank you, Kate, so much. I'm so excited to be here cooking with you at Pink Tomato Kitchen, and of course showing some recipes on my new book, Living Your Best Life in College, How to Avoid the Freshman 15, Stay Healthy and Thrive for Good.
Yes, what a cool idea. Because I just remember going off to college, I wish I would have had something like this, because it kind of just happens, right? You leave and you're either on a weird meal plan and you're trying to navigate the cafeteria food that sometimes isn't it. Like, I definitely know it wasn't as good as what my mom made at home, and struggling to stay healthy, and you're also going to school full time, and you can't just be in brain fog and think about all the fried food or processed food or kind of fast food. Yeah. So this is so genius. I love that you did this. So can you just talk to me a little bit about what sparked this? When did, how long have you been working on this? Just give us a little background.
Yeah, so it took me a whole year to write this book. And that was my experience with my son. That was the background for it. He went to college and he got depressed. He had so much going on and he couldn't handle. So I went there and I brought him back home. And after that moment, because it was the saddest moment of my life, all the moms are proud when your kids make to college. And the day we moved him in, it was the happiest day, and he was happy, he was excited, and I was so proud. So the day I had to bring him back home, of course, I knew it was the right thing to do, and he felt so relieved, because he was like carrying the world in his shoulders. But it was the saddest day of my life. So the idea of the book is to make my mission, turn my pain into purpose. So the intention behind the book is to help other kids not to go through the same problem. And of course, it's not only nutrition, but nutrition is a big part of it. So I have one chapter on nutrition in the book, but I do have an appendix. And the idea of the appendix that I call Nutrition Hacks for Dorm Life is to teach them how easy it is to eat healthy, that they don't need a lot and it's not expensive, and they can do it even if they are in the dorms. So that is the whole idea of the last chapter.
So great. And do you have a background in nutrition?
I do. I'm an integrative nutrition health coach.
Okay. Okay, so when he was going through this as a mom, how did you identify that it was primarily diet food driven?
It was not primarily diet, but it was a big component of it, because the point that made me realize it was something deeper than just time management and regular college struggles was the moment he told me he was not eating. So he got a job and he was dealing with so many things, but he had the meal plan. So it was just like walk down,
swipe your card,
and swipe a card and eat. But he said, "Mom, I cannot do it. I cannot stand the crowd. It's way too busy." it freaks me out. So that moment I thought, it's something deeper.
Mm-hmm.
He's really not well. And I knew he was not eating well. He was not eating he was barely eating actually. So, but I learned that all afterwards because my career change happened after that fact.
Because you saw the difference between, so fast forward, you bring him home, you get him back on track, he's eating functional foods.
And yeah, he got better and he is now doing therapy, which is the right thing to do. And he's, of course, eating the food I'm cooking every day, and I cook every day, and I only cook healthy meals. And he's doing so much better. But he's still in the recovery process because this is all brand new. So I published the book February 20th. So it's been only 2 months. And he hasn't read it yet, but he will.
He will.
Yeah, when the time comes.
So, okay, so now today we're cooking. We're going to make 2 of the recipes from the book. How many recipes are in the book? Because it's not really a cookbook, but it has recipes in it.
Yeah.
It's an interactive book because you also have a journaling piece, right, which is huge. I feel like so many of the Gen Z podcast, what I hear in the podcast world, because I'm an info junkie, right? Journaling is very popular. This is so cool because not only are you learning something, you're getting recipes and you're having a journaling piece. This is so cool.
Yeah. So the idea of the last chapter is to give them information on how to navigate the food industry. So I have a short paragraph teaching them how to read the labels and how to grocery shop and how to navigate fast food, because some fast food are worse than others. They're not all terrible. Okay, so let's talk about labels for a minute, because I think this has been a conversation for everybody all the time. I think it's more of a conversation now, right? What's in our food, America kind of has a tarnished reputation for having like the worst regulations. So what should we be looking out for in terms of, you know, function? What are the no-nos, you know, with these canned and not processed, but canned foods? Can you just walk us through that a little bit? Of course. The first thing we have to clarify is that the most important thing in the label is not the nutrition facts. It's the list of ingredients. That is where we should focus on, because the problem is that the list of ingredients on most of the processed food that we have, it's packed with chemicals, and those are endocrine disruptive. They cause leaky gut. They cause all kinds of diseases. So what we want to steer from is the chemicals that they have.
So we've got some, let's talk labels. We've got some O Organics sweet peas in a can. So give us the download on what we should be looking for on these labels.
Yeah, so every can will have the nutrition facts, but that is not the most important thing that we need to look at. The list of ingredients, and it's really small print, but that is where we should focus on. So here you see it's only peas and water.
Organic peas and water, that's it.
And that is what we want.
And we got this just at Albertsons, Safeway, or O Organics.
It's
at your basic grocery store.
Yeah,
supermarket.
and that is $1.99 a can.
Okay, and these are organic. $1.99 for organic.
Yes. It's a little bit more expensive, but it's still $2.
And your rule of thumb is go organic or bust.
Yeah. So why do we do organic? Is because our food is already loaded with chemicals. All the processed food, right? So if we do non-organic, we are doing GMOs, we are doing pesticides and herbicides and all the bad stuff. So it's gonna be like a really big pack of chemicals, right? At least it's gonna be clean in terms of pesticides and herbicides. So that is the way to go.
Okay.
So we want to minimize the amount of chemicals in our food as much as possible.
Of course.
So
start with your list of ingredients on anything canned. And also, while we're talking, so canned, you can also do canned, you can also do frozen.
Yes.
Right? Frozen peas, frozen corn. If you have, so we did canned because primarily for the student, right? It's shelf stable. You can keep it on the shelf. It'll last a long time. Let's say you move out of your dorm room into a condo. You prefer frozen peas. Frozen and canned are interchangeable.
Yes.
Right? Okay.
They are.
Cool.
They are perfect.
Okay, we're starting off with one of the first recipes in your book, the bean and rice burrito. Super flavorful, packed full of protein. Let's get cooking. So we're gonna start with the rice, right? And we're making our rice from scratch.
Yes.
So you wanna talk to us a little bit about how we do that?
So to make the rice is really simple. And this is a Brazilian rice recipe. So just a little bit of avocado oil. We don't need to use oil at all if you don't want or you don't have, but it gives it a little flavor. And then garlic. Okay. Garlic is really the secret of the Brazilian rice. And I like it to be whole. So it's just
Why do you like it to be whole?
Because when it's cooked, it's really flavorful to eat it whole. And I don't know, the flavor is different.
Okay, so we leave it whole. You're gonna saute that in the avocado oil.
Yeah.
Okay, and what kind of rice are we using?
We are using a jasmine rice. That is my favorite rice.
I love jasmine rice.
It's an aromatic.
Okay, so this is our jasmine rice, and this is how many cups?
Just 1 cup.
1 cup.
And this is gonna be enough for 3 to 4 meals.
3 to 4 meals, and we rinse this, right?
Yes,
and so it's kind of soft.
Yeah, the importance of rinsing the rice is to take the anti-nutrients from it. So you always have to rinse the rice and to rinse the quinoa. Those are the main points of rinsing the cereals, to take out the anti-nutrients that they have.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, so now we add the rice, okay?
Yes.
Look at that sizzle.
Let me put that for you. Yeah, it's really easy and practical too.
And it smells so good.
Yeah. So now the salt. We cannot forget salt. Yeah. So then that's it.
Stir it in.
And that's it for the rice. Now we're gonna cover and let it sit for like 10 to 15 minutes.
Okay. Yum. All right.
So our rice is done. So now we're gonna assemble the burrito. So with the rice.
So what do we have? What are these black beans? Kidney beans?
Yeah, no, that's a very good question. Those are medley beans.
Okay.
Because the black beans that I found was not only water and beans. So I decided to buy this medley because of that. But black beans are the best kind of beans that you can
black beans.
have.
Okay.
But this is a medley, but it can be any beans.
Okay, cool. So we've got a flour tortilla. Okay.
Well, we do have a flour tortilla, although the white corn tortilla is the best one.
Okay.
But I could not find it in this 9-inch
size. Right.
So
they're
we're
small.
using this, yeah.
So you could also make little tacos if you wanted to. Okay,
yes,
great.
Perfect.
Should we each make one? This? 2 burritos?
Yeah.
Okay, so we start with a little rice.
Yeah, we start with a little rice. Oh my gosh.
You want enough to have it close, right? You don't want to overfill your burrito like they do at Chipotle, because their tortillas are like extra pliable.
Yes. And they have a giant tortilla.
Yes. So this, you want enough to have it close, right? You don't want to overfill your burrito like they do at Chipotle, because their tortillas are like extra pliable.
Yes. And they have a giant tortilla.
Yes.
So this we are just using a 9-inch tortilla, so we cannot have that much. But you can, do with a bigger tortilla, a bigger burrito, or a smaller burrito, or the tacos.
Got it. Well, right, and portion size too. You can be more conscious if you're not eating a Chipotle size burrito every day.
Yes. So as those are just plain beans from a can,
okay,
I'm gonna add a little bit of salt on mine. You can also add garlic powder if you have it.
Okay. Ooh, it's a party. All right. And then a little pico.
Yes.
And avocado.
Yeah.
So diced tomato.
Yeah, the good thing about the burrito is that you can add whatever else you want. So if you are into
like, could I put cheese if I wanted?
animal protein, you can put chicken breast or turkey or beef or, you know, anything. Or if you like cheese, you can add cheese. You can add whatever you want. But if you do have a rice and beans burrito, you have
A good
your
base.
protein covered. And I'm adding avocado, which has protein as well, and good fat and nutrients. So it makes it perfect.
Yummy.
So you don't need much. Just a little color.
Right,
To
your
add some
colorful plate.
color. Yeah, to make it really colorful and pretty.
Okay, so you could make, if while you're doing this, you could make like several of these, pop them in your fridge, and just have them for the week, right?
Yeah, what I do have in the book is that you can have your rice and your beans ready and everything else in the fridge and just put your burrito together every night. So you can have all the ingredients for a week.
Perfect. So
Yeah.
you can make fresh burritos as you go, or you could serve these to your friends if you have enough to feed a couple, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so how do you like to fold?
Yeah, so folding is always interesting, but yeah, we'll try to.
I usually start with the up, it's like a diaper, right? You like want to close the bottom and then
that's nice.
twist. Let's plate. Let's elevate this a little bit. You'd be so surprised at how plating, okay, wait, actually, before we do that, I like to cut on a diagonal.
Yes.
Makes it a little fancy.
Yes.
Tomato style today.
Yes.
Okay, so you break this little baby apart, stack it,
Uh-huh.
and then a little garnish, Chipotle style. We'll do a little bit of sour cream. Do you like sour cream?
Yeah.
A little dollop will do ya. And then I love a little heat. Do you like a little heat?
No, I'll
No
skip
heat.
that.
I'm gonna just a little bit of hot sauce.
Oh.
Come on in and take a look at these burritos. Okay, we are gonna put these cute little burritos to the side and make our salad.
Yes.
Okay, salad time, guys. We are going to talk a little bit about salad framework, which is something you reference in the book about. This is like your custom salad bar, right? So
Yeah.
you can adjust these. These are suggestions. You can customize these ingredients to build your power salad that fits you best. And you've kind of designed it like a pick one from each category to build your power salad.
Exactly. So the base of the salad is always the greens,
Right.
So choose the greens that you like. So here we have a mix of lettuce and arugula because I do love arugula. Have always one dark leafy green. That is like, it can be arugula or spinach or kale, any dark leafy green because they are the most nutritious one. And then mix it up with whatever else you like lettuce. That lettuce is really good, especially because we have red leaf lettuce.
Yes, this is farm, local, fresh farm. So if you are in a place where you
Yeah.
can get local ingredients, this is also not overly expensive, right? It's readily available here locally. So wherever you are, get what's available if you can.
And
And
the
the
farmer's
organic, there's nothing better than organic lettuce.
Yes. So the idea of the salad framework is to make it fun and creative. So you don't have to eat the same salad over and over and over again. So you can change your ingredients and have a different salad.
Let's talk about step one. So we're doing our greens, right? So let's put in part, should we mix both? Like
Yeah,
some
we'll put-
mixed greens? Okay.
Yeah, we'll put part lettuce and part arugula,
Okay.
and that is the base.
Okay, what's next? The protein.
Then here we have some options of protein.
Okay.
What people don't often remember is that peas are protein. So we
Okay.
have peas, it's an option.
Okay.
Garbanzo beans are very good plant protein. It's again legume, the family of beans. So
Yum.
It's very good.
Have you ever toasted garbanzo beans?
Toasted
I love
is even
to
better.
toast them. Yes, I love to toast them in my salad.
So I cook them at home, and when I do, I use garlic and laurel leaves and salt. So they are already flavorful when I use them for salads. But from the can, it's just water and salt. So it's kind of plain. If you do have the chance to toast them, and that is ideal.
400 degrees, 10, 15 minutes, you just stir
with
them.
the seasonings that
You could do it in a toaster oven, right?
Yeah, you can use garlic powder, onion powder,
any
or
herbs,
paprika, herbs, whatever you have. These are just plain from the can.
Okay, so we've got peas, bean, garbanzos, tuna.
Tuna, very good option because tuna is packed with omega-3, and that is one thing that we don't get enough usually because our diets just don't have enough of fatty fish like tuna, sardines, and salmon. So tuna is a very good option of protein. Also, avocados. We don't remember that, but avocados are packed with protein too. And so is quinoa. Quinoa is a very rich, nutritional speaking grain. So it has lots of fiber, a wide range of minerals and protein.
Wow.
So it's perfect. So quinoa is another very good option. And of course, feta cheese. So we have all the cheeses, right?
Yes.
So feta cheese is a very good option of protein, as well as Parmesan or whatever other cheese you like. But
Okay, I have an idea. Why don't we each make our own salad? I have some plates for us, and we can each make our own version of the salad framework, and we'll see what we come up with.
Yes,
Yes,
that's a
okay,
great
let's
idea.
do it.
Yeah, let's
All right,
do it.
I've got these nice flat bowls. Okay. Plate dress it. I like to make sure mine are all evenly distributed.
Yeah.
And then should we give it a taste?
Oh my gosh, of course.
Look at this.
I am so hungry already.
I know. This the quinoa, all these power greens. This is everything you need to feed your body and feel focused, and not just college students, right? Everybody, but
yeah, but the most important thing on a salad, if you want to make a salad a whole meal, because you can, it's to add protein. So if you have quinoa and chickpeas, for instance, on this case of mine, it's a complete meal. So the best part is, if you don't like salads, you can put everything that we used here into a smoothie.
So you have the smoothie framework as well in the book. So it's similar, right? You can, if you're not a salad fan, you could transcribe a lot of these same principles with maybe some fruit incorporated to a smoothie.
Yeah, the fruit will give it the sweetness, and you can just change the greens to kale maybe, or spinach.
Got it. And so this book is just full of tools. It's very versatile. It's awesome. All right, gang. Anna, thank you so much for today. Let's take these beautiful salads, go sit at the table, enjoy the rest of our afternoon, have a great little lunch date, and we'll see you guys all back here. And don't forget to download or buy on Amazon today, Living Your Best Life in College by Anna Hazenji, How to Avoid the Freshman 15, Stay Healthy, and Thrive for Good.
Thank you, Kate, so much.
Thank you.
I got you, boo. Ooh, that lemon water made all the difference for my shot. Thank you.
How fun is that? Cheers.
Thank you so much for coming today. It was so fun getting to know you, hearing about your book, cooking with you. This looks incredible. Cheers.
Thank you so much for having me, Kate. It was an honor.
Cheers.
Cheers. Aww. Wasn't that Chloe?
Yes.
Love it.
I had
for making the trip. Anytime.